Hey there, welcome back to my channel. If you've ever wondered how to build your credit card portfolio while maximizing rewards and avoiding mistakes, then this video is for you. Today, I'm taking you through my personal credit card journey where I talk about what cards I took, when I took them, and most importantly, why. By the end of this video, you can learn from my wins and avoid my mistakes so that your credit card game is stronger. Stick around because I'll also be sharing some hard-earned tips that you won't want to miss. Let's kick things off with my first credit card, the Discover Student Cashback card. I got this card back in Jan 2022, and let me tell you, this was the perfect starter card for me. At that time, I had no credit history, so I wanted a card that did not require prior credit record. And another condition was that I did not want to pay annual fees at the time because I was still managing on a student budget. After narrowing it down to the cards that met my criteria, I wanted something that was the most bang for my buck, and that's where this card stood out. Here's what made it special. A rotating 5% cashback category every quarter, which includes things like grocery, gas, dining, Apple Pay, and other things, and 1% cashback on all other purchases. A fantastic first-year offer where Discover matches all the cashback you earned in the first 12 months. That meant I was effectively earning 10% interest in the rotating categories and 2% flat cashback on all other criteria. And that was a huge deal for a student. While the 5% cashback categories were capped at a maximum of $1,500 per quarter, I knew that as a student, my expenses are not going to exceed that most of the times, so this deal was perfect for me. I can't emphasize this enough, but always pay your bills in full and on time. By doing that, I started building my credit score, which allowed me to get better cards in the future. Pro tip: if you're just starting out, get a card with no annual fees and a great reward system, like the first-year cashback match. This will get you started on the right foot. After building a solid foundation with my Discover Student Cashback card, it was time to get my second one. My second card was the Chase Freedom Unlimited, which I got in June of 2022. First, it's also a no annual fee credit card, which was great because as a student I did not want to pay fees, at least at that time. And it offered a flat 1.5% cashback on all purchases, which made it very easy to use it as the default card when I'm not using my Discover categories. It also has some great category-specific rewards like 5% back on travel booked through the Chase portal, 3% back on dining, and 3% back on drugstore purchases. On top of that, this card came with a generous $250 welcome bonus offer when you spent $500 in the first 3 months, which I thought I could do as a student without stretching it. Since I already had a Chase bank account, I could see on the app that I was already pre-approved for this card, so I had the confidence to apply and not worry that I'd get rejected. Pro tip: you should try to have a card which gives you a flat cashback on all expenses, and I think the Chase Freedom Unlimited is a great option in the no annual fee category for this. Now, let's talk about my third card, the Apple card, which I got in June of 2022. Right off the bat, I want to say this: don't get this card just for the sake of having it. There are plenty of cards out there where you'll get better rewards and they offer better flexibility as well. For me, this card made sense for a specific reason, and here's why. I was about to buy an iPad for my next semester, and I already had the cash to buy it outright, but I realized that I could use an Apple card to pay for the purchase with a zero-cost EMI, and in this way, I could keep my cash in a high-yield savings account and earn interest on it, as well as get a 3% cashback on the iPad. This strategy worked perfectly for me because I already had the funds to cover my entire purchase. It wasn't about borrowing money, it was about making my money work for me. After getting the card, I decided to use it strategically. I mostly use it for Apple purchases and occasionally on Nike so that I get a 3% cashback. Even now, my Apple card only pays for my iCloud subscription, which is a very tiny expense that occurs on this card and ensures that my card remains active. Pro tip: only get the Apple card if you're planning to buy an Apple product and you already have the funds to pay for it entirely. Otherwise, I don't think the Apple card has any benefit that outperforms any of the other cards, so I wouldn't really consider it. In December 2022, I had an exciting trip coming up to visit a friend in Europe, and while planning this trip, I realized I did not have a card with no foreign transaction fees. And during my research, I found this card, the Bank of America Travel Rewards card. This card turned out to be the perfect fit for my needs at that time, and here's why. No annual fees, which was easy to justify. No foreign transaction fees, which was essential for the international travel. A 1.5% flat cashback on all purchases, and a $250 welcome bonus for spending $1,000 in the first 3 months. I wanted a card for which I could get easily approved, had no annual transaction fees, and I could use internationally without foreign transaction fees either. And this card ticked all the boxes, so I quickly signed up for it and got it before my trip. Pro tip: if you're planning an international trip, then having a card with no foreign transaction fees is essential, as you can save a lot of money. Fast forward to April 2023, and this is when I felt that I was ready to step into the premium credit card game. And that's when I got the Amex Gold card, a card known for its incredible rewards on grocery and dining. This card came with an annual fee of $250 at the time, which was on the higher side, but here's why it made sense for me. I was graduating, starting a new job, and I was taking a vacation right before. Because of the vacation and relocating to a new place, I knew that I could hit the welcome bonus for Amex Gold, which was $6,000 in 6 months. This card has certain perks like $10 per month for Uber Eats and $10 per month for dining credit, and this does help offset the high annual fee quite a bit. Recently, the Amex Gold increased its annual fee to $325, and now there's a new card, which is this one. They have a white gold card, and I don't know if $325 per year is justifiable for everyone, but because I got it at $250, I think I'm going to continue keeping the card for at least another year and then decide next year what to do with it. Pro tip: for the Amex Gold, if you're considering getting it, then make sure you maximize its rewards. If you're planning to get it anytime soon, then you should definitely wait for the increased welcome bonus offer. Its normal welcome bonus is 60,000 membership points, but you should wait and try to get the limited offer, which they keep rolling every few times that you keep checking the website. I got mine at 75,000 points plus $200 of statement credit. Right now, I've seen welcome bonuses up to 100k membership points, which is insane. I'll dive deeper into whether the increased $325 annual fee makes sense for Amex Gold or not in another video. If that's something you'd like to see, then let me know in the comments below. Next up is the Venture X, which I added to my wallet in March of 2024. I'd been researching about this card for quite a while, and I found that it can be tricky to get approved. And having applied for 5 cards in 2 years, I thought that I should wait for some time before getting the next one. Once I felt comfortable that I would get approved, I applied for it and I got it in March of 2024. This card stood out because of the incredible value it offers for an annual fee of $395. Here's why. You get $400 in value right away, a $300 annual travel credit, and 10,000 bonus miles on every anniversary. The welcome bonus and generous multipliers made it even more appealing. When I looked at my past travel habits, I saw that I at least make 3 to 4 trips every year, and on any one trip, I could manage to use my $300 travel credit and get my annual fee back. Not only that, but this card also offered global entry and TSA pre-check credits, which none of my previous cards offered, so that was also something I got value for, which was $100, which was not included in the previous thing. So I already made $500 back from the $395 annual fee for at least the first year. Pro tip: the Venture X is perfect for you if you travel regularly and you know that you can redeem the $300 travel credit every year. If you're someone who loves to travel, then this card is worth considering. I'll also share my honest 1-year review and how much I actually benefited from this card in a future video. My latest addition is the Built MasterCard, which I got in October of 2024. Over the past year, I tracked my spending, and saw that rent accounted for more than 50% of all my spend. If I got 1x on rent payments, that would be a significant chunk compared to all the other points I've accumulated on all the other cards. Plus, it has no annual fee, which made it an easy addition to my portfolio. But it's not just rent. This card also surprises me with random limited offers, like a recent one I got was 5x points on gas stations, which has been fantastic. And Built's transfer partners are top notch. Most of the major ones you'd want for travel redemptions are transfer partners with Built. Pro tip: if rent is a significant part of your budget, you should definitely consider Built, as it gives you points for rent without any extra fees, making it a smart way to turn your unavoidable expenses into valuable points. So here's what I've learned from my credit card journey so far. Start slow. Your first card is meant to build trust with your lenders, and it might take some time. Upgrade strategically. Only add cards that actually match your lifestyle and your spending habits. A card that suits me may not suit you, and a card that suits you may not suit someone else. And lastly, patience pays. Waiting for the right welcome bonuses and timing your applications can save you hundreds, if not thousands, in rewards. I would love to hear about what credit cards you hold in your wallet and how did your credit journey look like. Let me know in the comments below, and if you have any questions, ask away. I'll try my best to answer them.